Hi, hello. Good evening, everyone. Theodore Monteverde here, and today I'll be giving a brief introduction on how to use Intruder in part of your MT4 platform. Now, before I begin, I'd like to raise 2 points. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the change in schedule. Initially, I was scheduled to present this webinar on Thursday. However, there was a clash in schedule, and so I volunteered to transfer to a Tuesday and present this lesson plan to you guys. And second of all, I'd like to apologize if you guys start hearing wheezing. It doesn't sound like I'm dying, but right now it's dry cough season here in the Philippines, and it so happens I caught this sickness. And I'd like to apologize when you guys hear me cough. Okay, a little bit about myself. So I've been part of Astro Trading Academy for quite some time now, and I believe that I have enough experience and knowledge to share with you guys what I have learned here in Astro Trading Academy, because here in the Academy, we believe that education should come for free. And so today, we'll be learning how to use Intruder and a much more advanced understanding of the MT4 platform. Now, picture yourself working in some other field. Now, it may not be finance related or Forex related, but then let's say you're fixing your car, attending school, or even perhaps working in your day job, and yet you find yourself having a hard time coping with the schedule and not being able to trade. Now, there's Intruder for you that may help you out in doing auto trades. Now, a basic understanding of Intruder. Now, the purpose of Intruder is to introduce artificial intelligence as part of the NT4 platform in assisting people in purchasing, buying, or selling prices at certain times. Now, to have Intruder, it's an additional program that you have to install, and it doesn't come out as often. So you guys may visit the academy or make a request towards towards management here in the academy to have the program available for you guys to use. Now, let's move on to the MT4 platform to see how we can activate Intruder. Here in the MT4 platform, kindly hit Control N, and after hitting Control N, you'll see your Navigator pop out. And under Navigator, you'll see different sub-branches where you have to click and explore. Now, I want you guys now to open Expert Advisors. And here in Expert Advisors, you will see MACD sample, moving average, and etc. But with Intruder, with your Intruder program installed into your desktop, this certain new branch will appear underneath Expert Advisors, and I want you guys to click on that. Now, upon clicking on Intruder, you'll see a pop-out window showing you about Intruder, common, inputs. Focus on the inputs more. And here in the inputs, you'll see a lot of windows and lists that you guys will have to fill out. And at the start, you'll see pairs. So at pairs, obviously, you guys will have to write down which specific pairs you want to trade. Next, trading method. Here in trading method, there are different ways to activate Intruder. So there's a manual way to activate Intruder, an overbought or oversold partition, overbought partition, or oversold partition. About the trading method, more about the trading method. The trading method can be simply activated on a shortcut toolbar where you can see auto trading. When you hit auto trade, Intruder will simply activate. Next, you'll have to also notice the bands period. Now, the band period should be at MA25, mainly the 25 moving average, and that's the fair price of your Bollinger Band. Next is bands deviation. This is also another measure to how you want your Intruder to activate. So just like the Bollinger Bands, this window will show you the different number of deviations where Intruder can be activated. So say we activate it on deviation 2, your deviation 2 would be mainly in this section over here, the middle band of your Bollinger Band. And likewise, this would apply the same for your other bands and other deviations. Next, the lot size. You can adjust your lot size based on your account. And I'd like to stress before trading, make sure that only 10% of your margin exposed. Beyond 10%, it would spell trouble if things go south. Next, stop loss. So here on stop loss, you'll be able to automatically put stop losses in all your activated trades under Intruder. So say I'd like to put my stop loss at 20 pips or 200 movement. Next, take profit. So just like when you trade, you'll have an option of putting a TP. And for Intruder to stop trading, it'll directly stop when it reaches the take profit point. And we could simply adjust it by clicking again and typing the number of movements or the pips. So I'd like to take it at 250 movement or 25 pips. Next, apply in basket. Now, this is essential in applying it to basket trades. Now, basket trading is all about like taking a number of currencies and putting in a basket together. So you're not only trading one currency, but you're trading multiple currencies. Next, remove arrow. Remove arrow is to simply stop the program at some point. Next is the comment section. Since these two windows here are quite intricate when it comes to explaining. However, we know the slippage is based on the difference between your buy and sell partitions seen in your market window, as shown here. This is the slippage, the difference between your bid and the ask. Now, going back to Intruder. So here, in the last part, it's similar to your trading, it's similar to your new order section under comments. So let's say I want to like activate Intruder, and my comment would be trade basket, then type your currencies there, and that's how Intruder works. Now, to effectively use Intruder, before using Intruder, you guys will have to like examine each and every chart to see where the rabbit traps are formed. Now, what are rabbit traps? Rabbit traps happen when your price movement, and to be more specific, in this certain feature, what we see in the chart are candlestick patterns. So rabbit traps only happen when the wick of the candle touches the price band, lower or higher band, and then the body of the candle doesn't touch the lower or higher band. As seen here under the Kiwi pair, you see that in this certain area here, the candle body touches the band. However, it doesn't show that it's an actual rabbit trap unless this third candle over here highlighted, and I'll be marking it to be more specific. Here in red, you'll see it. Now that's when your rabbit trap starts to take place. So as you can see here, a rabbit trap specifically shows the price movement will move in reverse. So it's a sudden reversal of a price movement. Price movements don't normally go down all the way, but they're measured when it comes to volatility with the help of your Bollinger Bands. And you'll see that the price slowly ascends until it reaches the higher band. Now you'll see here in the higher band that your candle wicks touch a higher band. However, it does not go down. That is because if we recall that last Friday, there was a major news specifically about Yellen's statement on the potentiality of rate hikes to take place. And so it didn't happen at all. However, during the news, a rabbit trap did form over here, which is really, really potent. As you could see, it really drastically went down. Now, going back to Intruder. to really effectively use Intruder, you guys will have to examine each and every chart to see where rabbit traps are forming. And upon noticing those rabbit traps, you may select Intruder, select pairs, then input the pairs that you see these rabbit traps. The next trading method, you won't be having to put rabbit traps over here, but more on the overbought or oversold partitions. Because normally when rabbit traps form, these price movement, the prices will be either in the overbought or oversold partition. And so upon like putting the overbought or oversold conditions under the trade method, Intruder will simply activate that trade. And next, about Intruder and its pros and cons. The pros of using Intruder is that you'll be able to have all the time to do other stuff because you have an AI actually trading for you. And also, with Intruder, you'll be able to manage multiple trades at once. The cons, however, is that in fact, it is an AI. It does not go in par with that of human intelligence. Now, why is that? There are different kinds of rabbit traps also being formed. Now, there is an Ichimoku rabbit trap. There's a Bollinger Band rabbit trap. And on the note of Ichimoku rabbit trap, Ichimoku rabbit traps always supersedes the Bollinger Band rabbit traps. Now, this is because Ichimoku rabbit traps often dictate the trend of the price movement. And in dictating price movement, it supersedes that of price volatility. Price volatility simply shows how much movement is happening with a pair, unlike a trend movement where it actually shows the actual movement and predicted movement of a certain price. And this is where Intruder fails. Intruder cannot recognize Ichimoku rabbit traps. And if a Ichimoku rabbit trap so happens to land in your Bollinger Band rabbit trap, then your Intruder wouldn't recognize your Ichimoku rabbit trap, and that would mean that you'll incur a stop loss, which, of course, everyone doesn't want. So that's one of the downfalls of having Intruder activated in trading. Now, next, other than it being an AI, rabbit traps, the rabbit traps being formed will be severely limited when it comes to TP. Sometimes taking profit may be on a higher scale and you miss out on those opportunities. Now, personally for me, I wouldn't use Intruder, but when it comes to trading in the mornings, Intruder would be one of my favorite ways to use, since in the mornings you'll normally see that prices are at the lower or higher bands, and this is most likely to produce really efficient rabbit traps for the day. And reminder again, this is best used in the morning. And another con of using Intruder is that you need to leave your laptop on the whole time, because the moment MT4 platform on your laptop shuts down, this would also shut down the running program of Intruder. And so you guys will have to like leave your laptop on the whole day for Intruder to activate, and that would be a waste of electricity and energy. But at the same time, perhaps on the bright side, perhaps trades of rabbit traps would be more opportunistic, since you have an AI trading for you. So when using the Intruder program, it may be good or bad, but on expert advice, Intruder is really helpful again in the mornings. Now take note, mornings. And please, when using the Intruder, always make sure that you only expose 10% of your margin of your whole account. Any more, and it might be really dangerous to your account. So that concludes our lesson on how to use Intruder. And if you have any questions, you could directly send it to tmonteverde.21@gmail.com. Now, that's my working email since I do apologize again for the change in schedule. So I'll be taking down my email so you guys will be seeing it. It's at tmonteverde.21@gmail.com, or you can go to my Twitter page, Theo Daily FX, and tweet about at twitter.com. And you could tweet about your questions through these two communication platforms because I'm really active in those two platforms. And in the likelihood, if you guys have any questions, which may arise since Intruder program is much more advanced when it comes to using the MP4, I'll be there to respond to your questions and comments. And do continue listening to my webinars and also the other webinars of other students here in Astro Trading Academy, because here at Astro Trading Academy, again, we are here to empower people and give free financial education. Thank you and good night.